So a while back, I bent my front pegs by hitting a curb because I was trying to pull the throttle cable because the cable broke on the handle. So I was trying to reach around and grab the cable and pull it. Well, I lost balance and I slid into a curb on my way over to Ruckus City and bent it in. I tried to bend it out, but it won't get straight because it's kind of twisted like this, and I don't really have much to twist that back. So I decided to go ahead and make some new front peg brackets. And this time I decided to make it so that you can see the VIN number through it whenever you bolt it to the side of your front frame. This is a test piece. I haven't actually done it yet, so I want to see how it looks when it's completed. And then for fun, I also wanted to make a cup holder or a can holder that kind of is minimalist but blends in with the front of the bike, and it'll really hold your cup. But anyways, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and look over the iterations of how this came to be. But first, let's go ahead and roll that intro. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the evolution of these parts. Okay, to first understand how the parts were made, I went ahead and got a plasma cutter and a plasma cutter CNC table. So it has very large stepper motors right here, and the other one's over here. It is a screw type system, not belt driven, so this is a little bit more accurate, a little bit harder to source these pieces for that. Then there's the plasma cutter, there's the water table, and then there's the table. We use this super old computer on my daughter's old vanity desk, if you're wondering why there's flowers on it. And just to do a little bit of stepper motor stuff, we'll go ahead and move it around. So as the torch is cutting through the G-code like a 3D printer, it is using a torch to cut holes. Anyways, let's go over these parts. The first iteration of the front bracket is this. I painted it black after I cut it out, and the idea was that on the sides you would be able to see the VIN number through it, and then still have the ability to put the front peg. This kind of has some marring on it, but it was supposed to be a test piece. But I decided to go ahead and redo it, this time in some very thick 3/16. I think this is 3/16. It's pretty thick. So it'll withstand a lot more pushing with your foot to see if it's heavier. Excuse me. If you're a guy who likes to push on your pegs real hard instead of just set your feet on it, but that'll work. So this is what we're gonna put on today. Then I went and made a cup holder, and this was the first test. This goes on the front frame and it sits like this, and cut a hole in the top and bent up a little bit of holders right here. Unfortunately, this hole in the top is only about the size of a Red Bull can. I mismeasured on here. And I wasn't a big fan of these tabs down here. I mean, it looks cool, I guess, but it just looks, I don't know, I didn't like it. So then I made one with a bigger hole in the top for a can. But the problem is with this is the bottom diameter is the same as the outer diameter, or the OD of this. So the can sits on this plate, but these tabs don't hold it in because obviously it's wider than what the can is. Plus this is a thinner material, but this was just a test to see if I could get it to work. And then this I painted. What I did was I designed a flap on the side and bent it to fit with the curve. See if you look through it. Fit with the curve of a Coke can. I used a Coke can as my main design, so this is good for a Coke can or a water bottle, or I don't know, even a Monster I suppose would work on here. But check this out. Using a Coke can as the example, fits right there. And good luck falling out, Coke can. If it falls out, then you're flipping over or your bike is upside down or something. So, I mean, it's pretty basic, but I think it will work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and install these parts onto the bike, and then we're going to review them and look at them and see what we think. So let's go ahead and put these on the Ruckus. Okay, so there was a little bit of trouble. The holes that mount it to the case, or to the front frame for the front pegs, the holes were too small, so I had to drill them out, and apparently my drill bits suck, and I need metal ones, because whatever I made this out of must be adamantium or something, because it like messed up one of my drill bits just trying to overbore the hole. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look and see what it looks like. So I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's the cup holder. Let's go get a can. There's the cup holder. Holds the can, as far as I can tell, very well. Look. It's got the little side things to hold it in. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so second, the front pegs. So here's the front pegs hooked up to the frame. Re-put these, it's a little crooked, but I gotta put it back in. And can't show you the other side because of my VIN, but this right here, you can see the VIN number right across the bottom of here still. Just in case you don't want to cover your VIN if you live in a state where people get pulled over on scooters all the time and they have to prove that this is their bike. Anyways, also if anyone else was wondering, when you turn the tire the way I set it up, it doesn't hit the peg. But anyways, I got it back the way I want it. Front pegs. All right, well there you go. That's the front pegs and the can or bottle or cup holder, I guess, for the front of the Ruckus. I'm gonna do a few more iterations. I'm gonna learn how to cut a little bit cleaner and maybe a little bit thicker for the front pegs, but I think that would be great. You kind of don't want it to be too stiff, because if you do hit something and it pulls, you don't want it to pull on that aluminum front frame and bend it. I'd rather have my front peg give than my frame bend, so keep that in mind. And also now you can see your VIN number on the side, and you can carry a cup with you wherever you feel like it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave me a message, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is just the beginning of making things, so if you're interested, let me know. Anyways, I'll see everybody in the next video.